Any surprises today?
Well, we did have a few withdrawals late in the game here with Phil Mickelson and Steve Stricker, but that leaves us with 9 out of 10 on the FedEx Cup and 6 out of 6 in the world. And so our field next week will be as good as we've had in a number of years, and we're really excited about having players like Tiger and Rory McIlroy and Lee Westwood coming to play on the golf course. And it's beautiful out here, and I know that the golf course will be set up perfectly for them.
As a, to past years, how is
Yeah.
this field as opposed to past years?
Yeah, I think it stacks up. When you talk about Tiger and Rory and Lee Westwood, three of the top players in the world coming, every other tournament in the world would like those players to come. And we have them here coming year after year. So we're really happy about where we are relative to the field, and we're really happy about how everything's coming together out here, whether it's the golf course or the clubhouse. And I know everyone will come out and will have a great time with it.
It's been a very interesting week for you, hasn't it? Not just you, but the entire staff out here trying to get everything done, trying to get everything finalized for this week, for next week.
It's definitely different. We haven't gone through this, and a lot of us have never gone through anything like this. So this week, between the clubhouse getting ultimately finished and the golf course being put in play, and then all of a sudden all of the temporary structures coming in, it's been a huge challenge. But every one of our vendors, every one of our partners, our staff have really worked hard to make it come together. We got a long couple days ahead of us on Saturday and Sunday, but come Monday morning, we'll be ready to go.
What are any local ties? Who are our local guys that are going to be playing?
Yeah, so we have Ben Curtis, who has played in the Memorial for years from Ostrander. We do have a young man named Jason Kokrak, who's from the Akron area, who'll be coming in for his first time to play. And between those two guys, we'll have some local interest that I know that are, if not Columbus, then surrounding Central Ohio and Ohio will be interested in.
Let's talk a little bit about the patronage, the people coming out. Still badges available? Can people still come out?
Yeah, badges are still available through Sunday, and they can go on mtbadge.com. And while they're buying Memorial Tournament tickets, they still have a chance to buy President's Cup tickets at a discount. So mtbadge.com over the weekend. And then when we start on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, practice round tickets are available for $30. But full week tickets will not be available starting Monday. So if you want to come out and enjoy the Memorial and you don't have tickets yet, you got to do it this weekend.
Any other players of interest, the fan favorites coming out?
Yeah. So from other players who are of interest, I would look to the South Africans and Australians, Adam Scott, George Coetzee, Charles Schwartzel, guys that are not only playing the Memorial Tournament, but also looking towards October and looking to make sure that they're in the field or on the team for October in the President's Cup. And so those will be of interest. And obviously we do have one other local connection, and that's Jason Day. Jason lives in the Columbus area. He's a member at Muirfield, and it'll be really interesting to see how he plays the Memorial with people cheering for him, and then coming October when he actually is going to be playing for the national team.
That's an interesting point, because a lot of these guys are going to be coming here not just to play here, but to learn this course, correct?
Yes. Yeah, they'll learn it in a way that they may be looking at it in a different way when it comes to the practice round, just thinking maybe a little bit towards October. Although when October does come around, the golf course will play completely different. So I think in their mind, they're focused on competing in the stroke play competition, but also getting excited about what can happen in October, and being a part of an event that is like no other when it comes to match play competition. And for the international team, it's a chance to play against the U.S. and their best in a competition that, frankly, they haven't been able to do other than the last 10 planes. So they'll be really interested in understanding on how fans react to them and how they're encouraged to get on the team. And then when it comes October, really kind of paying it off with a celebration.
And on the other side, Fred Couples is the captain this year, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And he'll be playing this week as well, correct?
Yes, he will be playing, and Fred is a fan favorite, and he loves this golf course and loves the tournament, and we're happy to have him back. And so he has two roles. He has a chance to compete at the highest level with the guys that potentially are on his team, as well as those who are against him.
Anything else you need to
Let's talk about Wednesday a little bit.
Okay.
So during the practice rounds, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we really kind of come to a culmination on Wednesday, where we focus on kind of celebrating the game and what golf it does to the community or with the community. So on Wednesday, it'll be our junior golf day and youth day, where kids coming out for their field trips from schools and just enjoying the entire day. It's our military day, where we celebrate the fact that these people give up so much of their lives for us, for our freedom. And so we take some time on Wednesday to celebrate those individuals and really recognize them. Our honoree ceremony at 3 o'clock with Ray Floyd. So if you look at Wednesday being starting at 8:30 with a Pro-Am, and then military day, youth day, and then the ceremony at 3 p.m. and culminating by Jack at a clinic at 4:30. That's an entire day of enjoyment out here, whether you're with your friends or bringing out the kids and the family. It's something that everyone should be a part of, and you can buy tickets at the door on Wednesday or buy tickets prior to and come on out.
Last thing, with all the renovations and stuff like that, what are the fans going to get to enjoy about this new design, this new construction?
Well, from a general fan perspective, they're going to just get the aesthetics of it when they come out and view around the 18th, very much like an amphitheater effect. There'll be convenience involved for them too, getting from the driving range over to the 18th, just a little more efficient on how we operate the golf tournament. Those who have Memorial Pavilion passes will get a chance to go into a dedicated building that looks over the 18th, so that's enjoyment for them. From a player and media perspective, we're just more efficient. We're able to create a space for them that allows them to do their job in a way that is very professional and controlled, and then allows them to go out and interact, them being the players, interact with the fans. So we really think that we're going to gain some benefit, some value out of allowing the media and the players to interact in a way that they haven't been able to here before, and then be able to go interact with the fans once they're done doing their job.
Last year, cell phones were allowed on the course. This year, they're still allowed on the course, but it's going to be a different type of usage.
Yeah, most everyone knows for the last 2 years we've allowed cell phones on the golf course, and every year we get a little bit more knowledgeable about how we can interact with our fans and ensure that we're providing them an opportunity to have convenience with the phone, but also then giving a chance for the players to compete without interference. And so this year we've created a committee, the Mobile Device Courtesy Committee, and they'll go through the crowd during the course of play with the more prominent groups, and they'll be reminding folks to keep their phones within their pockets, keep them on vibrator or on silent, and not to bring them out to take pictures during competition. So our rules are simple. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you can have your phone out, you can take pictures as the guys are practicing, but starting Thursday morning, we ask every patron to keep their phone in their pocket and only use their phones when they are near a designated mobile device area. And we'll have those spread throughout the golf course, and they'll be easily identified. But when they're in competition, when they're watching golf and they're walking along the rope lines, we ask them to keep them in the pocket, and we'll have a committee that'll walk along and make sure that people are paying attention to that rule and abiding by it.
As social media evolves and the cell phones and stuff like that, is this an ongoing process that you've been learning through the past couple years through either players talking or patrons talking or communicating with you?
Yes.
That that can be a distraction if you're a patron and somebody's, hey, I just saw Tiger.
Right.
Shh, we're trying to enjoy ourselves.
Right. So it's a balance. We want the convenience of everyone who comes out. We absolutely want them to bring their cell phones out because we know it's a part of everyone's life. But we also need them to respect the competition and respect the players because they're doing their job. And golf is a unique sport where there is a expectation and a need for silence when you're competing. And as long as everyone respects that and understands it, it's going to be fine. And I think that just takes time. People understand that as cell phones are allowed in these environments, out on golf courses, it becomes less of a unique thing and more just natural. And for people to understand that keep your cell phone in your pocket when you're in competition, but when you're near the designated areas, then you can bring out the cell phone. You can do all the social media you want. You can text, you can email, you can make a phone call. But when you're in competition or along that rope line, we ask you to keep it in the pocket.
And the committee that's going around, will they tell you to put the phone away? Will they ask you to go to an area? Will they say, what's their?
Yeah, the committee will be given some discretion on how they operate with the patrons. They'll remind every single patron as they're walking along, and the players are before the players approach. They'll remind every patron to put your phone away and put it on silent. If a patron does not, and patron takes the phone out and actually takes a picture after they've been suggested not to do that, then we'll claim the phone, and they'll be able to get their phone at the end of the day.